What's good, y'all? We back for the final time, really. Well, at least for this volume, hopefully. But it really does not feel like it's been 10 weeks at all, you know? It's really flown by. It's been great to have Ruby back, so I'm sad to see her go again for now. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I've been saying just about like every episode that I've been loving Volume 9, like one after the other. They've just been building up on each other. Except that, I did mention that I didn't really like last week's episode, episode 9, and I think I know why. It's because it almost felt like the flow was off a little bit, It ends with Ruby drinking the tea and the tree basically taking go so she can ascend, or at least have that talk, or like, or the place not place you go type thing. But the reactions of the rest of the team, Ruby and Jean, it's like we didn't get that right after. It was more like just them just leaving, and especially when it felt like they got to the tree kind of quicker than I thought they would as well. But it's like those emotions that we would have got in that room with them did happen at the tree. So it might have had to do with the runtime, but it more just felt like the flow of the episode was off, if that makes sense, and I feel like that stuck out to me subconsciously without realizing it, and that kind of not ruined, but hindered my enjoyment of the episode a bit. So I feel like that's what the problem was with that. But finale. So I almost want to like make some shots of what might happen. I mean, the summer talk is destined to happen. I'm pretty confident that I want to say I'm confident that Neo's either dying or staying in the after like I thought, but at the same time, it would feel kind of bad with her dying without being Neo, like it being Neo Cat and not being Neo in control if they were to die. So it's like, while I can see it happening, I don't know if I want it to happen specifically just for that reason. A lot of people mentioned that the blacksmith was crafting a max that could be for Little, so I can very much see that coming back, because Little did fall in the tree as well, so they could end up ascended to whatever, I don't know, like maybe, from what happened at the tea time, Little would want to be someone that can protect Ruby or protect their friends in general, so, it could be a bigger version of Little. I'm not sure. And it seems like we're gonna end up in Vacuum if they leave. Or at least, no. We don't exactly know how we're gonna, or like where that door leads to. It's probably not Vacuo. I'm not sure, because a couple people said it could be the God of Light's domain, like, with that tree in the pool, which I can very much see, I can very much see that happening. We haven't seen that yet, so it's either that or dropping off in Vacuo. Vacuo is probably less likely to happen, but it makes the most sense. God of Light's domain might happen. It would be the most interesting. So, either way, I'm not going to hold it up anymore, I'm just going to go into it. Volume 9, Episode 10 of Solitude and Self. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. For recent volume finales, I'm not as worried right now. Like 8, 7, not so much 6, but more of 8 and 7. I was very worried going into the finales. Because it's like, I don't know what's gonna happen, who's gonna die, if we're gonna win, how much trauma is gonna be cast on all of them again. But this one, I'm feeling pretty confident going into it, not gonna lie. I don't know if that's if I'm gonna regret that, but right now I'm feeling pretty okay, I feel like Ruby's gonna talk to her mom, come out stronger than ever, like maybe not completely better, but at least ready to be on that path again. You know, the gang's gonna leave. Jean might still be old. That's fine, because he's just gonna get with Willow instead. You know, I mean, I'm not too worried right now. We'll see if I actually should have been, but you know, I feel pretty confident. Oh yeah, I forgot a lot of people said that the blacksmith might be Alex as well because they have the same little like ribbons that she's wearing is kind of like in the blacksmith tail. So that again, like people catch some good details that I just miss sometimes.
And on the wind, Alex heard one more question. What are you?
Yep. Oh, Mom. Slay old monsters and bake us some cookies, Mom.
I love you. Just the way you are.
Oh, just the way you are. So don't change yourself, Ruby.
Always.
Did she leave her emblem on it? Oh, is this the night she left?
It's not like you to rush off on a mission in the middle of the night.
Oh my god!
You know how Ozpin gets. Mystery after mystery.
And when it turns out to be yet another run-of-the-mill patrol, it'll be...
I always prefer discretion.
No!
I'll be back soon.
No, you won't!
I know.
I was wondering if we were gonna get something like this. I didn't say, but...
Nobody suspects anything? No. They think it's a typical mission.
Summer Rose telling lies. First time for everything.
And she's smiling!
And, what about... You're just going to leave them?
You're one to talk.
It's... You're better at that life.
And Raven's
Better than
worried
I
about
was.
the
If
babies.
I do this right, there's nothing to worry about. Trust me.
Let's get it over with, I guess.
Where did she send her to?
What was that?
Did I call it in my Raven analysis?
She lied.
I think I called it.
She left with Raven. Why would she?
Who knows why people keep the secret?
She went with Raven and then they...
Maybe
Did I
you're
call
not
it?
the only one who has felt the weight of others' expectations.
Oh
Like
shit.
Alex. Like your mother.
Big brained. Okay, that's just rude. Unless she wants it, okay?
Are you
Or
just
she
trying to tell me that it's useless? That I shouldn't even try? Is that the big lesson I'm supposed to learn? Just give up?
know that you should always try even if it's
From
hopeless.
someone else.
Is that what I'm telling you?
Oh,
You never were the hero.
Alex.
You
Oh.
couldn't save me.
are we back with the hopeless?
Couldn't save a lot of people.
Maybe it's time for a change. To be the kind of man you've always wanted to be.
Is this how it's gonna be young again? Because Jean might not be as resolute as the rest of them. Oh no, they're setting the tree on fire. And that's releasing gases. Blaze it! They're still setting up Jean sacrificing himself in some way, and I'm still worried about that. There you go. I love how they're still like putting in team attacks.
The leaves! Burn the leaves!
Oh, are they gonna have the cat face itself? Is that gonna work?
Taking a page out of the caterpillar's book. The leaves have no effect on me.
Maybe not. That's not the case for Neo.
Yep, say, ooh!
No!
I was wondering if Neo was still in there.
These feelings! I can't.
let's send him in. Okay, good. If we get Neo back, I very much enjoy this. Okay, good. Good job. Good going, Jean. Strategist mind, man. Oh, so is Neo gonna fight with him now?
Your time is running out. You must choose. Choose for yourself one who could leave your burdens behind, or choose one who would be enough.
Listen to your mom. Your mom said be yourself. Dang. Ooh! And his all's going just like that? Well, he did take a couple hits before, but...
I love you. Just the way you are.
Was that Kristen Rose in the box?
This one. What happens if I choose me?
Okay, so...
Maybe that girl is enough.
Also, the blacksmith is tall as hell. So, I thought if those weapons were there, then that means that they've come through here as well. But I don't think that's the case anymore. So I think I just misunderstood some stuff. Oh, is this the Well Like Moses? Is this both of you?
You're you. How?
She's you. She came back stronger than ever.
What she needed to be all along.
And that's just herself. Funny cat died. Damn shit! Look at Lucy! Dude, sick! Was that the Nevermore from Play the Pieces, maybe? That was like some Red Trail stuff almost, man. And that's the most anime thing ever. Was that time dilation? That wasn't time dilation, was it? Was it? Tell me it was.
Like all humans. Weak. Confused.
Oh my god.
Incomplete.
No, you're wrong. She's never been any of those things.
That's why we follow her. We're going to Remnant, and you're staying here.
Yes, ma'am. Ooh! And Neo's about to get home, bitch! Neo's like, yep, I'm still here. So what you get for using me like a meat puppet?
To have what they have.
Yeah,
What a thing, huh?
you had it, but you kind of lost it as well. Is she just gonna choose to stay here?
So, that's it then? Yeah, I know. I'm not real.
What about her?
Huh.
She'll find herself. One way or another.
That leaves it open, though, you know. Oh, so she just got taken by the tree. Just completely. Interesting.
Ruby? What's wrong?
When I was in the tree, I never saw little. I wish I could say thank you.
Do you guys think we might have made things even worse in the ever after? Just like Alex did?
I'm not sure. I'd like to think that we did at least a little good. Right?
I mean, helping take out the cat, people might be more open to.
Do I know you?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I don't believe we've met yet.
they changed.
Please, what are you?
Well, you know, I haven't thought about it yet. You look like you have your wits about you. What do you think I am?
Well,
A friend,
to me, you seem like a
protector.
friend.
Yeah.
A guide. A protector.
Hey,
Adorable.
2 out of 4 ain't bad.
Do any of those sound close?
Somewhat.
They look a little more grown up.
Somewhat. I'm not any one thing. I'm somewhat of a lot of things.
It is a true pleasure to meet you somewhat.
It's somewhat.
My honor to serve you.
Oh wow.
You've already done more for us than you know.
So are they gonna take the role of the cat and be the guide, basically?
You do feel familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Like a happy dream I can't remember.
I'm so glad we got to meet you.
And well,
I'm sure you'll help lots of people.
they look like a Rattata.
But now we have to say goodbye.
It will be all right, Huntress.
Oh, he knows what they are.
Hey, somewhat?
I am at your service.
Take care of Juniper for me.
Look after Juniper.
Yep.
She means the world to me.
Aw, can't come with. He has the
I
real
can
Juniper to
never
go back
leave
to.
your side.
Give me a spin-off of someone as Juniper, man. I want it. Here we go. What's on the other side? Together. Once again. Whew. Okay, so are we back in the empty space? No. It looks like inside the trees still, with the green lights floating around. Back with the blacksmith.
Welcome to my workshop.
Ruby? Is this the tree?
In a
Something
way.
like that.
Right.
I've been waiting a long time for you.
Oh, well,
He's never needed to come,
I made it.
I think.
I'm glad you did.
Can you answer a question for me? I need to know if it's true what the cat said, that Lewis went back and Alex...
Yes, only Lewis returned home.
Yeah.
The girl who fell through the world is the story as he wished it had happened.
Oh. The brothers.
Are those?
The brothers.
Yes, these brothers were the tree's earliest blossoms, and the first to inhabit the ever after.
Wait, so they didn't make it?
Remarkable beings, very ambitious. The tree did not foresee what they would become. But that is the joy of creating, the not knowing.
What is this place then?
Back then, The ever after was overgrown, wild and dangerous. The brothers remained to help tame it and build the world that was to come after.
It's a deer and a goat.
First, they were given the power to destroy, to clear the wilderness away. Then they were given creativity to imagine what and who could replace the wilderness.
So they're definitely not gods.
The brothers built homes for them and gave them roles to play.
Even though they may act like it.
Supposed to do. How did Remnant come about? Us.
The brothers grew curious. They wanted to do more.
So like, did Remnant
And so,
exist?
using the skills and tools they had been given, they began to design their own creations in utmost secrecy.
So like, did they make Remnant entirely? Like, what, like the universe that it's in?
Soon they realized their new creation could do their job for them, finding the broken parts of the ever after.
Right. So once they passed off their job, they left?
After this success, the brothers designed a second creature to finish what the cat started. It came out brutal and effective.
But that was God of Darkness's idea.
One brother believed they had disrupted the balance, while the other refused to condemn their creations for their mistakes. But balance is not two forces locked in never-ending battle. Balance is an ecosystem, an
It's a give and take.
a living, breathing thing. Thus, balance
Yin yang.
cannot be restored with force or calculation. True balance finds its own equilibrium. It only requires love and the patience to see things through to the end.
Okay.
So, how did they get to Remnant?
The ever after could no longer bear the brothers' experiments, and so the tree built them a special doorway to a greater beyond.
They were pretty much banished.
Brothers could try creating worlds of their own.
They were pretty much
The doorway
banished.
would remain open for the brothers' return, and any of their creations. And what truly remarkable things they accomplished. Whenever the brothers' creations have come to the ever after, the 5 of you have had a greater impact than you know. Just like Alex and Lewis did before you. Just like others will after you. One small kindness in one small moment led
One
to
little
such
moment.
a marvelous transformation.
So Little's basically, well, somewhat,
Much
gonna become a
like
hero.
dishonesty caused an unfortunate change.
Alex broke her promise to the cat.
A terrible thing to have a broken heart. And there was nobody to send them back to the tree for repair.
What will happen to Neo?
She will have the chance to return her broken heart
What she decides.
and become something new.
Whether she wants to continue being
Such
Neo,
is balance.
or
That's Alex's
trivia,
life.
or
How
something
do you
else.
have this?
When Alex's life ended, she chose to leave a part of herself behind. A wish to fix what she had broken.
Is that gonna become his new sword? Aw, okay. I mean, I'm fine with that, I
I
guess.
can't believe it. It's been so...
I bet Weiss is gonna be disappointed.
Is what I sounded like.
Where
So
will
is
this
his
take
sword
us?
fixed too?
Not where,
When?
when you are needed most.
It's gonna be literally right after they fell, or like right after the gate closed. and Bumblebee taking hold of each other and going through.
Thank you.
I love this soundtrack in the back. Yep. And the desert's a vacuo. So, again, they said when they'll need it most. So it doesn't have to be right exactly after. It could definitely be however long they want, if they want to do it like that. Ah, yeah, I was like, are we going credits right there? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, man. So how long ago are these credits, by the way? Good little while. So, like a couple people call it, so we didn't get exactly a talk, like a face-to-face sit-down with some of those, like I wanted. Which it's a bit sad, because this is pretty much the only way that could have happened, if she is truly dead, you know. But we did get what I wanted. Which I know I didn't say I wanted, but I really wanted, was seeing a little bit of more of what happened on that night that someone died. And again, this is going back to my Raven analysis I did, that Raven was there when someone died, or whatever mission someone went on. Raven was there, she saw what happened, and that what made her this way. And I told you, this brain works sometimes. Only sometimes. But I'm pretty sure that, like, that's what happened. And it's so interesting seeing that side of Raven as well. And, you know, not only her smiling, but, you know, her talking about, like, oh, are the kids gonna be okay and all this? Because it shows that side of Raven that she obviously cares, you know, and she just has a hard time showing it, especially now. But, you know, and that's only a side that she shows to a few select people. You know, and we could see there that Summer was obviously one of those people. Ty, I would assume, was one of those people. You know, they had a relationship, they had a kid, so I assume Ty would be one of those people. You know, and it's just like, going back with that with Summer as well, you know, because Ruby was like, oh, she lied, and even further, you know, like Summer almost kind of like showed up checking Raven. I think that almost not necessarily shadowed Ruby's idea of this ideal Huntress that Summer was, but it kind of shows her that, like, hey, this person that I idolize, this person who I looked up to, my mother, you know, this almost perfect being of what I want to be along with Chloe. It's like, she is human, you know, she is fallible, she can make mistakes, she can lie sometimes, you know, and she, you know, you can have your reasons behind that, whether it's like to protect people or to protect yourself or whatever. But again, you know, you lie, you can get a little angry, you can fail, and Ruby seeing those things, it's like, oh, I don't have to be perfect, you know, I can still be me, this is who I am, that is completely fine, you know. So, and it's like, I don't need to be anybody else to fulfill whatever duties that I think I need to fit, you know. Which is why she ends up choosing herself again, which again, like, that choreography she did right after she got out, oh my god. You talk about spicy? You talk about... That was nasty! That was straight up nasty! But yeah, so there's that. Jean going back to what he is like again, it was pretty obvious. I also would have liked if he stayed over, but I'm completely fine with this as well. Okay, well, I'll give a second.
The grim in the...
Oh, it's just a...
I've never seen anything like this.
Okay, it's just a trailer for the Justice League movie.
Grim and soulless creatures with
I'm gonna watch this anyway.
destroy.
I still want him after credit normal scene.
Leadership isn't about your age.
So it's whatever.
Mark is right. I'd follow you into any battle.
We're stronger together.
Yeah. It makes sense, but at the same time, I wanted a regular after credit scene, not a promo. You know? But yeah. So, and Neo staying in the Hereafter, it's something that I'm fine with, you know. I'm glad that Neo didn't die, especially after the small amount of screen time she actually had in the volume. She had crazy impact with the Tea Party and stuff like that, and it seems like her semblance was evolving and all that. But I'm glad that she's not dead, you know. So, and it leaves it pretty much open, you know, because the door is still right there. If she comes out of the tree as something new or something herself, she can come back and they can literally do whatever they want with Neo now. Whether they want it to still be this antagonist, this anti-hero, or pretty much someone who's on her own side, who might fight the heroes, fight Cinder and them, or if she's going to completely help the heroes, because Neo is not someone who can get redemption the same way that Emerald can, you know. She just never regretted her actions until now. And that's only when it's just like, oh, I have nothing left. What do I do? I'm alone. Sad, you know. So this would be the only way that Neo would get some kind of not even redemption, some kind of do-over, basically, you know. And it's like, you know, heck, they could even put her back entirely and say, hey, she's back to being trivia now. So, you know, like they could literally do whatever they want. But either way, Volume 9, I loved it, obviously. I don't know where I'm going to place it on, like, the scale of my favorite volumes, just because it's such a different volume. It's such a character-driven volume, which is great. You know, and it's given our people that time that they've needed to breathe since, I mean, if we're being honest, pretty much since Beacon fell, you know. If we're being honest, pretty much since Beacon fell, they haven't really had time to focus on themselves and, you know, just live and grieve and deal with those emotions, you know, whatever emotions those might be, whether it's romantic feelings with Bumblebee, whether you're good enough with Jean and Ruby, or, you know, or just dealing with I guess dealing with the consequences of your actions, like Weiss and Blake, you know. And it's great that we were able to just get that out. 9 out of 10, I would say I definitely loved. I still don't know how to feel about 9. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that, like maybe watch that and then 10 right after. Yeah, because again, when we put out, it's a win, not a whale for the Portal. We are in Vacuo, but it depends on going forward for Volume 10. I'm wondering if they're going to do a time skip or not. And it's just like, I can very well see them do it. Honestly, I would hope they do. I would hope they do it, because it didn't seem like Sandstorm's going on, so it's not right after. But, you know, like they could easily say, like, oh, it was a week after, or like 2 months, you know. Then yeah, interesting developments for the brothers as well, who we see as gods. That the tree is just overall, like, it's like it is literally creation. Creating the gods, giving them their purpose. Then literally they're saying, like, hey, okay, you're getting too big-headed, get out, like, you ain't gotta go home, but you can't stay here, type stuff. So they said the tree opened the door to another place to where they can freely create and all that. So does that mean that the tree created Remnant as well, or our universe as well? Or did they just send gods to another dimension and then they created everything from there? I'm gonna have to think about that some more. But either way, Volume 9, it's been great. It's been a trip. Thank you all for joining me for my first volume reaction. Little unorthodox for what I've been doing on this channel, but it's been fun. I hope to stick around for other stuff. Talk about RWBY a lot, talk about just regular anime a lot. It feels like the overlapping of people who watch RWBY and watch anime isn't that big. Like it's there, but if you watch it, then like some people are really into it, but then I feel like a majority have only seen like some, but haven't been like super into it. So either way, but if you want to, to just watch, talk about any of that, we do that here too. crwby, you did great again, knocked out of the park. It's expected. Greenlight Volume 10, Warner, I'm looking at you. Crunchyroll, looking at you. Either way, that's it for me. Loved it, and I'll see you sometime in the future with the next video. Peace. Oh, it was amazing. Good job, guys.